Welcome back. Welcome back to a new chapter. I promised you to take you all together with Wolfgang on a journey from design to finished product. We are today near Stuttgart at BÖLLINGER GROUP, a place where many GT parts and motorsport parts as well as aviation parts have been produced in the past. So Wolfgang, I'm excited and nervous at the same time. How do you feel?
I think I'm nervous a bit too, and so let's go in and to have a look.
Let's get over it and meet the team. Okay. Come on.
The journey of the cylinder head begins long before this moment. Starts with the finest aluminium powder, a material created especially for this process. Over 7 days, 168 hours of continuous additive printing, the cylinder head slowly comes to life. The residue powder is then recycled, revealing the cylinder head in all its glory. Special attention goes to the fine network of cooling channels. Each one must be completely clean, free from any trace of powder. Once freed from its supports, it moves on to a carefully controlled heat treatment, just like in traditional casting. This step gives the metal its strength, improves how it carries heat, and helps prevent cracks from forming. Then comes the first round of quality checks, where every detail of the print is inspected, inside and out. A precise scan aligns the printed cylinder head with its original 3D model, so any tiny differences can be corrected. Next, using X-ray and CT scans, even the smallest flaws can be seen. It's after this step that we come back to Böllinger's location near Stuttgart. The process continues on the 5-axis CNC machine, where valve guides and seat rings are placed with perfect precision. Every step has been planned out in detail long before the first cut begins. Oh, by the way, this is the factory behind the Porsche 918 crankcase. And finally, the last inspection. Every surface, every contour, every tolerance is measured and confirmed. Here, accuracy is pushed to the limit, measured in microns.
Thank you, Thomas, for all this journey, taking us along the production line. And now we have to sit down and talk in more detail about the design. And we have to take it home.
Absolutely, you will.
In a high-revving engine like this, precision is everything. It's the key to power, endurance, and the timeless spirit of this air-cooled masterpiece.
Like we have designed it.
Wolfgang and Thomas. Right after Formula One, we are the first to bring a 3D printed cylinder head into production. This is only possible thanks to a great partnership. To give you some more insights, I brought together the most important people of this project, Wolfgang and Thomas Gillian.
Thomas, aviation and aerospace is among your customers. What is the reason for this?
Well, Wolfgang, to be honest, both industry, aviation and aerospace, they are very challenging industries. Both do have high demands, and you need to have a certain flexibility on the one hand. On the other side, you have to have a good speed when it comes to processing the parts. That is what we as a company do absolutely appreciate in aviation and aerospace.
Porsche has unveiled a 3D printed piston. And as we know, Ferrari use also this technology to produce their engine parts. Does your company also collaborate with other motorsport manufacturers?
Motorsports, it's the DNA of our company. To be honest, this is one of the starting points when this company was founded. So there's a lot of partnerships that we do have in the motorsport.
There are a lot of different aluminium powder materials for 3D printing. and you have to select the right one for your application. Will there be further development?
You're absolutely right. There's already a lot of alloys in the market for this. But however, I strictly believe that the trend for this kind of materials will be further customization when it comes to durability, when it comes to corrosion resistance, and when it comes to processability of these materials.
So, Thomas, how much experience is necessary to produce such a cylinder head on your machines?
Wolfgang, maybe at the first sight it looks just more like a box, but it's not. You need a lot of experience when it comes to manufacture such a complicated part. Not only when we talk about the additive manufacturing and all of the design and engineering work behind, but our company has already collaborated with research and development departments and companies for a while, and therefore for at least a decade we do have some good experience in those 3D printed cylinder heads.
Thank you. It was an exciting day to end a chapter of a long-lasting development that struggled us in many ways to rethink an old problem and reshaping some of the architecture we know from a classic cylinder head. It is just right before a new chapter where we will test this part on the engine dyno. So if you are as excited as we are, join us on the test bench for the next chapter. Looking forward to it.